Hello everyone, this is JG at Mindful Life Project again. Hope you're well. Here we are. This is day 3 mindfulness practice during this extremely challenging time with COVID-19 shutting things down. People are just really struggling, and thinking of our young people we serve, all the 10,000 kids, their families. It's just absolutely devastating to think that our kids right now are in such an unknown with their school shut down, with the economy. There's just a lot going on, right? So what we're trying to do at Mindful Life Project is support our young people as much as we can through this time, being innovative. And we also want to support you as the adults. So today's practice is going to be a combination of a few mindful skills. As we know, the brain is wired for survival. When there's strong emotions, there's heavy stress, there's overwhelm, the hijacking of the brain takes over. So we have all these negative thoughts or all these worries about the future. Strong emotions take over and really hijack that back of the brain, the downstairs brain. And our upstairs brain, our prefrontal cortex, starts to shut down a little bit. So today we're going to do 3 practices: mindful listening, breathing, body awareness, and a little heartfulness. So really 4. The heartfulness I want to kind of weave into all 3 of those others. So really a tender, compassionate heart, right? And the ability to accept what is arising with a welcoming, but also with a essence of love that goes with it. So as we practice today, just try to weave in as much heartfulness practice to yourself and others as possible. And again, 8 minutes a day has proven to really effectively change our wiring of our brain to a level of health and integration. So let's get our 8 minutes. Repeat after me if you'd like to have fun the Mindful Life Project way. I got my feet on the floor. I got my spine in a line. Got my hands in my lap. Got my heart to the sky. And now allow those eyes to close softly, or gentle little soft gaze below. The closing the eyes really helps us stay present. We're going on the inner journey without needing to be engaged in the outer journey, right? We can let the sounds in the distance or movements or things happening around us happen without having to change them. So I'll ring the bell and just try to stay with the sound of the bell from the beginning to the end with your mindful listening practice. So as we find ourselves in the present moment, this body, this mind, this heart, just begin by noticing your contact points, your feet, and how they're laying or touching the floor, the weight. Notice your body in the chair or wherever you're sitting. And then bring awareness to your hands, wherever their touch, if it's touching the knees or the legs or each other. Just noticing sensations of the hands. And now shift awareness from the body sensation of touch to sounds. So we're going to tune in to sounds around us without having to have opinions or judgments or thoughts about them. So we might hear traffic in the distance. Maybe the sound of a fan in the room. You'll notice the ticking of a clock or voices somewhere nearby. Just allow the sounds to be in awareness. And then awareness will be swept away with some thinking of the future, the past, or physical sensation or emotion. And those are moments that we have an opportunity to awaken again, right? Come back to the present moment. So no judgment that we got lost in thought or any other experience. We just notice it as soon as possible. And that is a moment of mindfulness, a celebration. And then redirect our attention again. Right now, back to sound. Maybe there's some foreground sounds that grab our attention easily. Or maybe we can just hear sounds that in autopilot we normally wouldn't hear. The birds outside. Some sound far in the distance. We kind of go through a 360 experience of sound. From all angles, just notice what sounds are coming. And now, remembering that we're going to weave in that heartfulness practice with all 3 mindful skills we're practicing today. So notice if there's any sounds that are triggering any emotions. And bring some compassion and care. A blanket of love to your experience right here, right now. Now we're going to let the sounds go in the background. They're still going to be around, but here we're going to focus our next attention on breath. Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose strategically without judgment. So the purpose of attention right now is the breath. Just letting the breath breathe in and breathe out in its natural state. And again, weaving in that compassion and care. So maybe breathing in and noticing there's some tightness or contraction, and instead of judging it, bring love and compassion. Tracking the in, the pause, and the out. And again, distractions will happen. Those aren't problems. They're actually great opportunities to practice coming back. Maybe it's the belly where we feel the breath the strongest today, or the chest, or simply the nostrils with the cooler air on the inhale and the warmer air on the exhale. Whatever our anchor is this morning, allow it to be in full awareness. So if it's the belly rise and fall, or the chest expansion and contraction, or even just the cool air going through the nostrils, and then the warm air going out the nostrils. Just 30 more seconds, tracking breath like it's the most important, interesting experience there is. This breath. Or this breath. And maybe that breath of compassion just nourishing the whole body, mind, and heart. Now we're going to let the breath go into the background, just like sounds are still there, but we can focus our awareness somewhere else. We're going to focus the last part on the body. As in day 2, we practice body awareness. We know that the body contracts, tightens, resists, avoids when it has experiences that it judges as shouldn't be. And we know that causes more physical, mental, emotional pain. So here we are just allowing the body to be as it is and just notice it. I'm just going to scan through just real quickly. Just notice the feet, tightness, looseness. The legs, the right leg from the bottom, from the shins, the calves, scrolling and scanning all the way up. Knees, thighs, hamstrings. Just notice what awareness does. Does it allow that sensation, that lived experience of the body to tighten and contract more, or loosen and soften? Do the left leg, just scanning again, the whole left leg. And then gently just noticing the sit bones. And if we're letting ourselves just gravity pull us down, or if we're kind of holding ourselves off, just learning how to be present with this body and tune in so we can really know what we're experiencing in its totality. The knowing, the clear awareness will simply change the direction in a way that we don't have to resist this moment, resist this experience, and actually just be with it. Notice your torso, your back, your mid-back, the size of your body, the stomach. Soften into this moment. The chest, the shoulders, letting the shoulders either float down to the ground, or are we kind of scrunching them like we often do with stress? From the shoulders, wrap attention to the throat and the neck, and then the jaw. Areas that we hold a lot of stress, right? Jaw, mouth, eyes, temples, forehead. Just notice. And to close practice today, we're going to finish with that heartfulness practice. So noticing that the whole body is here right now, the mind is here, the heart is here, and just sending ourselves little doses of compassion and care and sending it outwardly. That can be in the phrases, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be filled with peace, may I be filled with love, may I find deep ease. Or you can add sentences to that. And then think of others, maybe family, friends, the community, or even the whole world right now. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be filled with peace. May all beings be filled with love. And just notice a blanket of compassion wrapping around you. Unconditional love and care for self. The authentic self. You deserve it. All humans do. And I'll ring the bell to close practice. And wiggle toes, wiggle fingers, flutter the eyes open. Always remember that you can release some oxytocin by a nice little rub of the hands, a touch of the heart, right? We can really let the body feel that release. I am very grateful you joined me again today. I send so much compassion, so much love to you during this challenging time. May you be well. Thank you.